Hi peeps, Lisa Winston here, transformational coach with another video for you. This week's video is about manifesting things and what you have to do in order to have those things actually start to manifest in your life. And those two steps that you would need to have would be purpose and action. And of course, everything that I have a talk with about to you, I've actually experienced myself in some pretty profound ways. Some of them have taken me, a long time to get to. Other times they just have a little light bulb go off in my head. Some of these things I've already known for a long time, but then they finally click. And so, again, I tell you, this is all experiential. It is. We're all on this journey together, learning about all this stuff. And so I'm just here as a reminder. But anyway, I thought this was a very important subject because, many of us are very familiar with The Secret, the law of attraction. And many of us have tried to, I remember when The Secret came out, I tried to, I want to manifest $10 million. Well, when you have a belief that, as a musician, I grew up with a unfortunate belief that, musicians were broke. I'm a poor, broke musician is what I would always say, because that's what I would hear around me, all the guys I worked with. We never get paid enough, we're not valued, et cetera, et cetera. So I had some pretty big money issues. And so, of course, I didn't manifest my $10 million, not even close. So anyway, the law of attraction can be very confusing and very frustrating because, again, I think I've explained to you already several times what I do for my career, my living, for my sole purpose is to help people move out limiting beliefs that they've acquired throughout their life or lifetimes. So obviously, if you're trying to attract money and you have, you're saying, you're doing affirmations of I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy. And then over here you have I'm broke, money doesn't grow on trees, it's hard to make a living, life is a struggle. Then you see how those two things are going to rub up against each other and there's absolutely no motion there at all. So that being said, that's about the belief part of it, but the first big important thing is purpose. You have to have a purpose. If you just say you want to move, but you don't know where you want to move to, and you don't know where you want to live. You want to live in an apartment, a condo, a house. What do you want to live in? And you don't know anything about anything. You're just playing around with it, and you just go, I want to move, but I don't know where I'm going to move to. Well, if you just sit there, you can write some things down, get some ideas. But if you just sit around and you think about it, and you don't take any action, and you don't have a purpose, where I'm going to hone in on where it is that I'm going to live, that I want to live, that area. And if you don't take action by calling places or looking in a paper or looking at Craigslist or wherever you go to look for rentals or to buy a house or whatever, if you don't take those steps, nothing's going to happen. I mean, recently for myself, and as far as business goes, I was making some changes in my business. And I was very apathetic, and I didn't really know exactly what it was that I was trying to create. That was my first problem. So there, number one, I had no purpose, no real purpose. I didn't have a goal. I didn't have a real strong vision of what it was that I was trying to create in my life next. And then on top of that, I would make some lists of things and get some ideas, but I really didn't take any action steps. I didn't sit on the computer and I didn't, make some calls, and I didn't really sit down and try to hone in on what it was that I wanted to do. There was no forward motion at all. And so I noticed that, I was sitting there and nothing was happening. And as I did that, I was more apathetic and overwhelmed, a little depressed. And I was like, what's happening? Well, I do this for a living and I should know that. Sometimes it's easier to see other people's stuff than it is your own, of course. But anyway, I noticed I experimented one day and I got up and I just had this light bulb go off. I did some clearing and I decided that I was going to actually take some action steps. So I sat down on my computer, I started researching some things, writing some things down, and really spending some time considering what my purpose was and also taking action. And once I did that, literally, I think probably I spent maybe half an hour, maybe, not even that. And I noticed within a day, ideas started to flow, a door started to open, other information came through. I think I even had a client or two that all of a sudden I got a call or a hit from somebody that somebody wanted a session with me, a consultation. So it was really interesting. And when that happened, I was really excited about it because I noticed that I took an action step and I generated forward motion or momentum. And that's what creates the manifestations of what it is you want. If you want to move, Go to the Home Depot and buy some boxes. Start putting your stuff into boxes. I think they did mention that on The Secret or someplace, that if you, or I read it somewhere, if you want to attract a soulmate, not only do you have to clear some of your own stuff to attract a soulmate, but, start clearing out a closet, making room for your soulmate's clothes. If you live by yourself in your house, instead of parking in the middle of the garage, park on one side of the garage. Set an intention. I have a purpose. I'm going to take some action. So you show the universe that you're serious about whatever it is that you're doing and you want to manifest these things. So it seems really small, but you got to be on purpose. And if you're on purpose and you know what it is that you want to create, but you don't take any action, nothing is going to happen, or very small things are going to happen. You want to generate momentum, and momentum is generated by completing the steps. You can set an affirmation and intention. Intentions are very strong. You can affirm things. You can clear things like I do with my soul purpose, and I help people do that, and I do it for myself. Then you have to have a purpose, a very, very clear purpose. You have to have a vision for what it is you want. Write some stuff down, and then you must take action. So anyway, I challenge you today even just to take a 5-minute action step. If you want to do half an hour, do whatever you want. But if you even take 5 or 10 minutes and you sit down and figure out your purpose and then take an action step, just one, and be really excited about it, you'll see excitement generated within your own energy field. You'll see some ideas popping up, and that's what's going to help you go more and more and further. That excitement, that energy that's generated, the ideas, the things start to flow. And then you get really jazzed about it, and then, the doors are open, you have a clear vision, and there you go. So it's really cool. Seems really simple, but a lot of people forget those steps. They sit around and think it's just going to fall in their lap. Well, that's not the way it works. So take your action steps, have fun with it, and watch the universe start to work on your behalf. So anyway, sending you guys love as always. Try it out and see how it goes. Email me if you have any questions or if you have any really cool breakthroughs. I'd love to hear about them. And I will have a new video for you shortly. But anyway, have a fantastic week, and sending you massive love. And I will talk to you soon. Ciao for now.